Great weather, baby. Thanks for the good weather, guys. Cracked mud on the carpet.
As we enter this space, please join me in a collective breath of gratitude. Let us turn our gaze upon the sacred and open our hearts to spirit that unites us all. As we come together to honor and reflect, let us welcome the presence of our chosen God, our higher being, the spirit that guides us. Let us also welcome, with deep respect, the enduring presence of the Wabanaki, the ancestors of this unceded land upon which we gather today. We honor their resilience, their deep spiritual connection, and their unwavering presence in this sacred space. This place, this cherished place that has become our own. This place where we have been nurtured and challenged and have grown. And this land and space has held you and supported you. Remember, too, how you have learned from and cared for this place. Let's always recall that there is something bigger than us, something that has been here and will continue to be, steady, lovingly, as this very ground beneath your feet. We share this space today with our cherished loved ones, our family, friends, and all who have joined us here to celebrate this significant moment. We give thanks that we are forever woven into the story of this land and this community. Remember all you have accomplished, graduates, not just in this singular moment, but in every step that got you here. For you are exactly perfect and enough for the journey that now unfolds for you. May we soften our hearts and open our minds to receive blessings of encouragement and gratitude. May we take this time to give thanks for lessons learned, the friendships forged, and for who we have become in this special place. As it is, so may it be.
Thank you, Maggie. Welcome to Maine, everyone. Good news is there's no bugs. And you know that you're in a special place, a place that really appreciates weather and all the promise and excitement and energy that it brings when you run into a colleague on your way into graduation when it's pouring cats and dogs and he says, "Could you imagine if this was snow?" By my calculations, we'd be at over a foot right now, so just take that home with you. But greetings and welcome students, faculty, trustees, parents, siblings, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and dear friends. As Gould's head of school, as a former teacher and coach and advisor here, and also as an alum, it's a great honor to be here today and to welcome all of you. Seniors? Seniors! Pretty good. Cherish this moment. To my right is Paul Kubek, our graduation speaker. Paul and I graduated from Gould in 1990 together. And he'll probably share this with you, as will many graduated seniors, that this moment passes so fast. It's a real juxtaposition of all the years and all the lives and all the work and all the papers and all the friendships and all the tears and all the joy that you've put into this moment, and in an hour and a half it's over and you're off. You will feel, as Paul and I did at our graduation, that it passed so quickly you almost don't remember what happened. So be present. Be in this moment now and appreciate what you've done to get here today. As many of you know, I love poems. I'm going to start with a quote from one today, from one of my favorite poets, Mary Oliver. In Mary Oliver's poem on losing a house, she meditates on the human condition, the human experience of change and letting go. And she begins with the image of a humble insect. The bumblebees know where their home is. They have memorized every stalk and leaf of the field. They fall from the air at exactly the right place. They crawl under the soft grasses. They enter the darkness humming. I love the idea of capturing complex feelings, emotions, or moments in as few words as possible. And maybe it's because it's so difficult for me. I appreciate how words help us understand and bring shape to our world, giving meaning and defining a place and its people. But words can cut both ways. Words can build, words can destroy, words can hurt, words can heal. I think a lot about the power of our words, and I try to choose them as carefully as I can. especially in this day and age when our words are recorded for all to share infinitely with an infinite audience. So the words we use matter, and my final piece, my parting piece of advice to our departing seniors is from Shakespeare's Hamlet, which is where our school motto, "To thine own self be true," as you all know, I'm sure, comes from. Choose your words wisely and be as thoughtful in your speech as in your habit. The word we use for this ceremony is commencement, which Webster's defines as a start or a beginning, not an end, a beginning. And it's always an honor to begin this ceremony and welcome all of you in the celebration of these incredible young adults. As we join together to honor their accomplishments and their spirit, we send them off with our blessing, onward towards the next chapter of their lives. When we look out and see our senior class, we see our hopes for the future reflected back at us. Our aim here at Gould is to make a meaningful difference in a person's life, to prepare them to thrive, to send them off to live lives of creativity, courage, resilience, fulfillment, and purpose. To have an impact on their communities and on their worlds. And this is what "to thine own self be true" means to you, our graduating class of 2025. Don't ever forget where you come from. Yes, you hail from 17 countries, multiple time zones, 15 states, but you're also from here, this place. Thank you, Matthew. This place. You are ready, and you will always be Gould alumni, and this will always be your home. Huskies indeed. Bumblebees more likely. It is my distinct pleasure now to introduce and welcome Nahom Abatana, valedictorian of the class of 2025. But before he steps to the stage, just a little bit of background, some words about Nahom. Each year, it is our tradition to recognize and honor the member of the senior class who's been at Gould for at least 2 years and has achieved the highest academic standing by naming them valedictorian. To recognize this incredible achievement, their name is inscribed on the scholarship shield in the Sanborn Family Library in Hanscom Hall. In the summer of 23, when Nahom first arrived on the Gould campus, he shared a dream that seemed almost impossibly ambitious: to master computer science here in New England and bring that knowledge back to prepare Ethiopian youth for the global economy. Nahom had traveled an extraordinary distance to get to Gould, not just the miles from Ethiopia, but from circumstances that would have stopped most of us in our tracks. Yet in every conversation, interaction, and observation since, what has struck me most is not what he's overcome, but what he's contributed, who he is. Endlessly curious, deeply compassionate, and quietly determined. What I didn't understand when I first met Nahom, and I've come to appreciate about him, is just how credible his dream really is. Nahom possesses tremendous self-awareness and a calm, self-effacing sense of humor. He's genuinely one of the kindest individuals I've ever met, and he's equally incredibly dedicated to his studies. He is curious, creative, he seeks knowledge and understanding to a degree that I've rarely witnessed in my 30 years of classroom teaching and being an administrator. And I have a short story to share, an example. I was on weekend duty this year, and I walked through Hanscom Hall, our humanities academic building, and the lights were on in the school library. And I was the campus rover, which meant my job entailed on checking on buildings, turning off lights, making sure doors were closed. And it was a Saturday around 9 p.m. And I assumed someone had left them on, and I shut them off. A voice from the darkness startled me. And I saw Nahom rise from behind the stacks to politely ask if I wouldn't mind leaving the lights on as he was studying and needed the light to complete his work. I very humbly and quietly turned the lights back on and backed out of the library. The moment captured something essential about Nahom, though: his dedication, his humility, his unwavering focus on preparing himself to change the world. Today, you'll hear from someone who represents not just academic excellence, but the very best of what education can achieve when it meets extraordinary character and purpose. Please join me in welcoming Nahom about tonight.
Thanks so much, First Miss, for that introduction, and I really appreciate it. Good morning, class of 2025. Congratulations to you, the stars and the reasons for today's gathering. We made it. Good morning to our wonderful faculty, families, staff, and all who have been by our side on this incredible journey. My name is Nahom, and I'm from Ethiopia. It's a great honor, and honestly, it beats are real to give the valedictory address on behalf of the incredible class of 2025. Although I may be the one speaking, this speech belongs to all of us. Sorry. When I first found out that I had been named the valedictorian, I did what any son would do. I called my mom. And I said, "Mom, I'm the valedictorian." Then there was a long pause on the other end. "What?" she asked, slowly trying to repeat the word that I just said. Then I went to what was probably the best 10-minute lecture that I have ever given, complete with Webster dictionary definitions, historical context and implications, and my very best metaphors. You see, the idea of a valedictorian doesn't exist where I come from. And it's not something people talk about in the schools that I went to. A few days later, I was inducted to the Cumulative Society, but I didn't even try to explain that one. that one might need a one-on-one course and a follow-up quiz. Yet here we are, across time zones, across cultures. My mom is watching this speech on YouTube from Ethiopia, and I hope now she gets it. በመጀመሪያ እግዚአብሔርን ማመስገን እፈልጋለሁ። ከዛም ቤተሰቤን ማመስገን እፈልጋለሁ። እንዲሁም አባቴ እዚህ ስኬታማ እንደሆን ስለረዳኸኝ አመሰግናለሁ። But the truth is, I've been trying to get it to ever since I stepped onto Gould campus as a junior. What makes this day special is not that we are finally wrapping things up, but we're gathered together to witness a shared transformation and triumph as a class. We were each other's keepers, through it all. We worked together, we raised deadlines, navigated study halls, tackled college applications, and balanced academics with athletics. This day hasn't come with ease. It came through continuous perseverance, fueled by curiosity. Every one of us gave what could possibly be dedicated to succeed. That's why this moment matters. That's why we must seize and truly cherish this moment. Class of 2025, I feel incredibly blessed to spend this year with you. Sure, most of you probably see me hold up in McLaughlin Science Center or my self-proclaimed office with coffee in hand. But I saw you too. I saw you too fiercely trying, growing, and succeeding in fields that inspired me. I feel lucky to have been considered one of you, surrounded by incredible talent, curiosity, and diligence. We didn't just climb steep hills or survive mountain days, but nurtured unity and kindness as a class in every step we took. Now, let me tell you a quick story that one begins with 3 little words that I heard more than I would like to admit. It's day 3. This was on repeat from my trip leader, and honestly, I didn't want to hear it anymore. I had never seen snow in my whole life, and I'm just a kid from the tropics of Ethiopia. How was I supposed to survive 10 days in the woods of Maine in winter? You probably already know what trip I'm talking about. Yes, I'm talking about Junior 4 Point. They didn't get it. Above all, I didn't get Mr. Bergel, my teacher, dorm head, and relentless comedian to stop saying it. Even on the last day, he came to my tent to say, "Now, it's day 3, get ready for the next day." I want to scream. Stop doing this. But I remained silent. But I made it through Junior 4 Point, wearing 6 heavy layers, polyester, fleece, nylon, and whatever fabric they used to make the sleeping bag, which was supposed to be water resistant as they claimed, but ended up completely soaked. Anyway, I somehow survived. I didn't just emerge physically stronger from the intense hiking, but I felt truly resilient. And you might think this is a happy ending to my day 3 story. But you see, I have realized this story has no ending. Even now, my teacher, who is also my dorm head, and still possesses that sense of humor, looks at me with the same smile and like, "Now, it's day 3, get ready for the next day." We laugh about it now, but he was right. On this commencement, we're not closing the chapter that we started together. However, we should cherish this commencement as day 3 between where we have been and where we are going. And what leads us through in the following chapters of our life is not having all the answers. It's hope and it's readiness. My source of hope, the reason that I keep going, has always been you. There were moments of the junior 4 point when quitting seemed not just tempting, but logical. But every time this thought crept in, I felt I was giving up on my group. But they didn't give up on me either. When I was at my lowest, they carried my gear up hills, cracking jokes. We fought all Main Steep mountains together. Every time they saw I needed more calories and was getting close to becoming a permanent snow sculpture, they pulled out the secret guns, sneaker bars. We had been given one sneaker bars by our troop leaders, but Andrew, Jackson, and Marcus gave me theirs. And just when I thought I was running on empty, someone handed me not a protein bar or a trail mix, but a real maple syrup. And little did I know, if you are with your brothers and here the shower your place go now home, that much of brown liquid isn't for Saturday morning pancakes. But it can actually become nature's protein bar. That's why we didn't make it individually, but we made it together. Gould has not been just a bridge that brought us together, but a place where we built memories, forged friendship, and witnessed our momentous growth. Through the passage of time, the buildings might fade, schedules might change, and develop might eventually get a pool table. But the culture we have established together, the kindness, the laughter, and the shared spirit remains the same, which will be stamped on my heart forever. I already miss the timeless developed Davidson and the joyful gatherings for Mr. Moses and Mrs. Moses barbecue, and their love and care added extra sauce to every bite. I already miss Miss Linley's yoga class, which I proudly claim to be my sport, and as an Ethiopian who declared that we all can't be marathon runners, I showed my Olympic level dedication and my athletic glory in Shavasana and meditation. I'm deeply indebted to my incredible advisors, Mr. Fenn and Mr. Fenn, who have helped me in any way possible. I'm grateful to Ms. Davis, Mr. Pissner, who's here now, Ms. Hacker, Coach Bob, and all dedicated teachers and mentors who have guided us, challenged us to grow beyond and for the unwavering care that you showed us. As we approach the end of this chapter, we might get confused and scared about what lies ahead. But a few weeks ago, Mr. Smith handed me a book of Seneca's essays on Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that gives me the light and guidance. Seneca argues life is very short for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Although all 3 verbs mentioned are natural descriptions for the fallible mankind, we must hold tight to the unforgettable memories we built together. Seize and celebrate this moment. Dream and with courage face the road ahead. Before I step down, I'm not a good benediction giver, so I want to bless us with a quote from none other than Sir Isaac Newton. Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. This class of 2025, stay bold, keep shining, and most importantly, live a life of truth. Thank you so much for that.
Continues to inspire me. I'm the class of 1977, the ancient class of 77. Today's inspiration I plan to take to L.L. Beaton's management on Monday. It's a new product. It's the Wilderness Academic Robe. Waterproof. It has a little key. Okay. Greetings, family and friends, faculty and staff, and above all, the class of 2025. Speaking for the Board of Trustees, We have watched this class at a remove and have taken joy in your exploits and achievements. We know well, as in today's awards will show, that you were remarkably talented in the arts and letters, in mathematics and science, on the slopes and fields, and on the stage. Equally important, you are exemplars of Gould's values of curiosity, creativity, courage, and kindness. Everyone under this solemn tent is very proud of you. Everything is happening very fast for you now. Soon you will be a Gould graduate, off to summer activities, then to college or wherever your next step may be. From this moment forward, you will be hit with a fire hose of new people and new experiences. And in this hyper-connected world, there will be little respite from information coming to you in all its forms. While all of this is exciting, it is also daunting. The good news is that as a Gould graduate, you are well prepared for this new world. You have knowledge and experience that will carry you far. More than that, you have soft skills that you have developed here. The ability to pause, take in the moment, to truly see and connect with other people, and to find some repose and reflection in nature, even if that repose was sitting cold and wet on a log with a cup of hot chocolate during 4 point. I guess you have to take your Zen moments where you can find them. I encourage you to rely on those soft skills as much as the other things you learned at Gould. The world needs you now for all your attributes, but none so much as the ability to take time. Be reflective. Look for and act on the inspiration that is waiting for you. In that vein, I hope that before you leave here, you will stop and take for a moment and take a look up the mountains one more time. If you can see them. For the memory of them will always be with you as a reminder of the strength and resilience that you have developed here, and as an inspiration for you to climb higher in your life after Gould. One of the great things that will happen to you after you graduate is you will meet other Gouldies of different generations. There will always be shared experiences like, you lived in D Block, and the pleasure of learning about other people's lives and their path after Gould. For me, the most recent of these experiences was meeting our next speaker, Paul Kubek, class of '90. Paul grew up in Bremen, Maine. Like me, he was Nordic captain with a thirst for the outdoors. But Paul took the joy of skiing and the spark of junior 4 point and followed that inspiration to build an extraordinary career as a wilderness guide. His interest in climbing began here in the Mahoosics with Lorenzo Baker, but continued through climbing out west while in college, and then working as an outward bound and national outdoor leadership instructor. I want to leave it to Paul to describe the long and inspiring path of his journey and the many career peaks he has summited. But to give you a flavor, Paul has taught students in the wilderness of Alaska, Patagonia, Baja, and the Pacific Northwest, among many other places. He's guided climbs of Denali, which he's summited 12 times, and Rainier, which he's summited 10 times. He's worked in Antarctica, was awarded the Antarctic Service Medal by the National Science Federation for his contributions to exploration and scientific achievement. His work on the Antarctic Search and Rescue Team got him a spot in the Yosemite Search and Rescue in California, and where he lives with his wife, Dr. Breezy Johnson. There he made ascents of El Capitan, including a one-day ascent. Paul eventually switched to working with Yosemite Mountaineering School and Guide Service, where he worked for many years, guiding the walls of El Capitan, Half Dome, and other daunting ascents. Paul is a pinned guide under the International Federation of Mountain Guides Association, holding license 125, of which there are only a few hundred licenses of that kind issued to date. This is the mark of the highest achievement in the mountaineering world. He currently is an elected member of the board of the American Guides Association, in addition to being an AMGA certified rock, alpine, and ski guide. Most recently, Paul supported Gould's celebration of the 40th anniversary of 4 Point by guiding 4 Gould alumni on a hut to ski tour of the Berner Oberland region of the Swiss Alps. His story is an epic journey from the wilderness that surrounds us today to the high peaks of the profession. He found inspiration here, as I hope each of you students have done. Please welcome Paul Kubek class of 1980. Seniors? Class of 2025. Today, I want to teach you something that nobody taught me when I graduated from Gould back in the late 1900s. I want to teach you how to eat an elephant. As Sam mentioned, I'm an internationally certified American mountain guide. I'm respected in what I do, and it took me decades of small steps to get here. I want to share with you a few things I learned along the way, including a lesson learned as a junior here in the Gould 4-Point program. Founded 40 years ago, the 4-Point program has had a profound effect on many people, including a bunch of us here today. So let's take a minute and let's honor this program. If you've been on a 4-Point and it had an impact on your life, please stand. If you're a friend, family, loved one, or supporter connected to a Gould Academy. Yeah, all of you stay standing. If you're a friend, family, loved one, or supporter connected to a Gould Academy 4-Point graduate, please also stand. Take a second. Look around and think about the ripple effect that this program has had on those of us. Awesome. Thanks. Please sit down. I'd love to tell you a story about my own experience on the junior 4-Point and how it changed the rest of my life. So imagine, if you will, for a second, a cold and wet scene. Not hard, right? It was early March. We gathered in the field house. Our socially engineered groups were announced. We were issued white rubber bunny boots and scratchy wool pants. And we were loaded onto school buses and dropped out on snowshoes in the Carter-Moriah Range, just east of icy and cold Mount Washington. Only, as we exited the bus, it wasn't cold. It was pouring rain. This year's rising seniors might identify with this story. That first night, me and my shelter mate, Shafiq Hamadeh, somehow hit on the brilliant idea of digging a sort of bathtub-shaped structure in the snow and lining it with a plastic tarp. Like any good bathtub, this so-called shelter filled with water and it got us drenched. Our sleeping bags were soaked. In other words, we had done everything wrong. As if things couldn't get any worse, by morning the temperature dropped to -20 and the wind started howling. We were now both soaked and freezing. Our group groped our way through the snow and the wind to the imp shelter. People were cold and exhausted, and they flopped into sleep. I stayed up all night around the campfire and dried sleeping bags. That cold persisted for days. It was 35 years ago now, and I've seen a lot of brutal weather in the mountains since, but I still recall vividly my teammates warming their hands and their feet on each other's bellies and in each other's armpits. The whole experience was cold, it was burly, and I loved it. It was awesome. In the course end debrief, my instructor, Mr. White, told me I could make a living leading outdoor trips like this.
I was just mind blown. Leading trips like this, that could be my job? Yes, please. That's what I wanted to do. But how? In 1989, when I graduated from my junior 4-point and got this inspiration from Mr. White, guiding and outdoor education were barely a thing yet in the United States. For more than a century in Europe, various guides associations had existed in places that I would later go on to work in, like Zermatt and Chamonix. But the American Mountain Guiding Association, or the AMGA, was founded only in 1979. When I graduated from Gould in 1990, there were only 45 internationally certified American mountain guides. So guiding for me was a dream, and I didn't know where to begin. On top of that, I was super intimidated. According to the AMGA website, to achieve my dream, I'd need to be able to lead trad climbs with a difficulty of 510 plus. I'd have to be able to travel comfortably on complex glaciers. I'd need to be able to ski steep couloirs with a backpack on to even qualify for the first training course. So I started with small steps. A weekend Gould outing to the mountain equipment store in Conway, New Hampshire allowed me to buy 21 feet of 1-inch tubular webbing. And Lorenzo Baker taught me how to tie this into a swami harness so I could climb on the wood blocks in the field house. Spring trips to Tuckerman's Ravine allowed me to ski steep, ungroomed terrain and almost killed myself doing so. With a bit of persistence, I found my way to a seasonal job working for the Trails Department of the Appalachian Mountain Club. And from that start with the AMC, I worked my way on up, working in the Pacific Northwest, where I gained my first exposure to glacier travel. I took this skill and I started instructing mountaineering courses across Western North America and Patagonia and Alaska. And eventually I found myself in Antarctica working for the U.S. Antarctic Program, where I applied lessons learned on my junior 4-point, teaching people not to make the same mistakes that I had so long ago camping in the woods. Seniors, you get the idea. The TLDR is that there were a lot of little pieces that culminated into where I am today. And all of this connects to my main point. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I tackled the necessary training to become a mountain guide, one bite at a time. I didn't have enough travel experience on glaciers, fine. I found jobs leading trips into glacier terrain. I didn't rock climb well, fine. A position with Yosemite Search and Rescue allowed me to focus on pushing my climbing grades. I needed more experience skiing in steep terrain. So fine, I worked as a pro patroller at Kirkwood. None of these jobs paid very well, but they gave me backstage passes to some of the most beautiful places on earth. They introduced me to great people, and they even led me to find my smart and beautiful wife, Dr. Breezy Jackson, here in the crowd today. Thanks for that. So I eventually found the courage and accumulated skills to take things to a higher level. It took 15 years to qualify for my first AMGA training. It took another 8 years to complete the training program. And as Sam mentioned, in 2017, I became the 125th internationally licensed American mountain guide. This year alone, I've guided the nose on El Cap in Yosemite, as well as guiding helicopter skiing and snowcat skiing in Japan, and several hut-to-hut ski tours in the Alps, including for Gould. I'll round out the rest of the year working as an examiner for the American Mountain Guides Association, training future guides. Class of 2025, I had no idea how to get here when I was sitting where you are today. And all I can tell you is, I eat that elephant one small bite at a time. I'm not trying to tell you that everyone in this room should be a mountain guide. Be sure to check in with me afterwards if you feel called. I will tell you that my path has been fulfilling and it's given me purpose. So seniors, class of 2025, I've got just a few closing thoughts for you. Dare to dream. Dare to follow that dream. Take risks. To follow your dreams, you're going to need to go beyond your comfort zone where you will learn from failure. If you're following your passion, the so-called hard work will be its own joy, even when, for example, you're groping through a whiteout on a glacier like the inside of a pinball ball. When you find yourself hanging on 10 millimeters of nylon 2,500 feet off the ground on the side of, say, El Capitan, to avoid overwhelm, focus on the 6 feet around you. That's all. Do that again, and again, and again, and one more time, and some more, and eventually you'll arrive at the summit, where you still won't be done, and you've got then in front of you the hard work of humping a heavy load back down to the trailhead. Most of you are going to choose a more lucrative career than mountain guiding. Good choice. But I'd submit to you that time is more important than money. Choose wisely how you spend your time. Be the creative, courageous, and resilient people the Gould Academy has prepared you to be so that you can lead lives of fulfillment and purpose. And remember that old adage, how do you eat an elephant? Slowly. Chew well. Savor it, one bite at a time. Seniors, thank you for your attention. It's a real honor to stand in front of you today. If any of you want to talk more, I'd love to chat with you individually at the reception. Thanks again. And class of 2025, congratulations.
I have the honor of kicking off these awards by recognizing the Cum Laude Society. In 2014, Gould Academy was granted charter with the Cum Laude Society. The society was founded in 1906 to recognize the scholastics of seniors in secondary schools. The object of the Cum Laude Society is to promote learning and sound scholarship. At this time, I would like to announce the names of the senior class members of the Gould Academy Cum Laude Society. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing until all names have been called. Nahom Abapana. Lucas Frederick Barstow. Ian James Brown. William Stearns Brown. Ingrid Lang Janicki. James Bayard Crowley. Lucia Jezikova. Fiona Renton Keogh. Ruth Christine Furneaux. Ryan Yook. Here is your Cum Laude Society.
Book Awards are given to students who achieve academic excellence in a specific subject. The recipients are nominated and chosen by the faculty in each department, and a book is chosen and inscribed by the faculty member who currently teaches the student. It is my honor to begin with the English Book Award. This student consistently raised the bar of class discussions by appreciating the details of literary craft and her astute close readings, and by showing us why literature really matters, grappling with the profound moral challenges that great writers lay before us. For her sensitive readings of literature, her precise writing, and her bold, outspoken voice in the classroom, the Senior Book Award goes to Ingrid Lang Janigan. The Gould Scholar Shelf Awards are awarded annually to students who are known for their curiosity and leadership in creating an inclusive and dynamic learning environment in a specific subject. Each recipient is nominated and chosen by their department. To honor them, a book will be added to the Sanborn Family Library's permanent collection. Today, each department will announce the Scholar Shelf recipient for their department, and we ask the student to stand so that we may recognize you. The English department is pleased to announce this year's Scholar Shelf recipient is Anthony DeMarco Long.
Good morning. I am here to present the History Department Awards. And the first, the book award goes to a student whose wide-ranging curiosity from global affairs to the intricacies of American life reveals a mind deeply attuned to complexity, nuance, and justice. Paired with her thoughtful, articulate voice and her commitment to civic engagement, she is poised to make meaningful contributions wherever she goes. Her contributions to our classroom community has been profound and left an indelible mark. With admiration and warmest congratulations, I am proud to present this year's History Book Award to Ingrid Lang Janigan. I am very honored to present the Scholar Shelf Award in history to a top-notch human, Meredith Madeline McMillan.
Good morning. The mathematics department is excited to honor a student whose joy of learning is contagious. His capacity for excellence is always expanding. His presentation of his independent learning drew a bigger audience each quarter and left everyone impressed. You had a little glimpse of that today. Whether you were a student of mathematics, watching this student present brought joy to those around, and he always finds a way to connect with his audience, to make what he's speaking more real. With admirations and warmest congratulations, I am proud to present this year's Mathematics Book Award to who I like to call Professor Nahom Abadria. The Scholarship Award. This student loves to learn. He enhances the learning environment for everybody in the classroom. And that is Lucas Frederick Barston. I also have the privilege of awarding the Computer Science Book Award. This student stands out for her curiosity, independence, and attention to detail. She brought both discipline and creativity to her work. She leaves Gould with a strong foundation in computer science and a promising path ahead. It's my pleasure to award the Computer Science Book Award to Lucia Yeshkova.
Good morning. I will be presenting the Science Awards. The Science Department likes to present this award to a student who embodies the principles of active learning in the physics classroom. He brims with ideas, sharing his insight and contributing meaningfully to group discussions. He is not afraid to propose a novel idea and explore its many implications. His perseverance and work ethic is in the face of challenging math problems constantly amazes both teachers and students alike. The Science Department Award goes to Lucas Frederick Barston. And for our Scholarship Award, we'd like to award William Stearns.
The Innovators Book Award is presented to a graduating senior who fully embraced the experiential learning opportunities of the Marlin family at DSS. This year's honoree demonstrated remarkable growth, facing challenges with persistence and learning through iteration and consistently elevating his craft. His contributions extend beyond personal achievement as became a trusted resource for others, often heard in the familiar comment, "Henry helped me." In recognition of his innovative spirit and dedication in support of our maker community, we are proud to present the Innovators Book Award to Henry Charles LeDuc. The Innovators Scholarship Award honors a student whose contributions create a lasting impact, opening doors and expanding opportunities for those who follow. It is with great pride that we present the Innovators Scholarship Award to James Francis Tucker.
This year's French Book Award goes to a student who is always ready to jump in, support his classmates, and help build a strong, engaged learning community. He embodies the spirit of fearless language learning. He builds relationships, takes risks, immerses himself fully, never shying away from challenges, never taking shortcuts, and always carving his own path. His career in French at Gould has been marked by impressive leaps, jumping from French 2 to French 4, and ultimately spending a term studying in France, where he made remarkable strides in spontaneous communication. I'm proud to present this year's French Book Award to Sam Balu Kreisel. And on behalf of the entire department, I'm honored to present the Scholarship Award to Fiona Breton Keel. On to the Spanish Book Award. Throughout the year, this student has demonstrated impressive growth and excellence in her Spanish studies, showing strong ability and competence across all areas of the language. Her inquisitive nature drives thoughtful leadership in class, encouraging peers to engage deeply with both the language and the complex themes we explore. With a passion for the Spanish language and for examining identity and representation through film, she exemplifies the qualities honored by the Senior Book Prize. Congratulations. Congratulations, Lucas Barstow. And for the Scholarship Award, I'm pleased and honored to give this to Eliza and Tyson.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here to announce the winners of the book awards for the Arts Department, Visual and Performance. We'll start with the Theater Award. This senior has wowed us both on stage and behind the scenes this year, giving an engaging performance in A Christmas Carol, then dazzling us with impressive light designs in Beetlejuice. Whether it's designing or creating a giant worm, running the sound at assembly, or yelling seniors, louder than anyone in history, Noah Tapas leaves behind a legacy that'll be a tough act to follow. Noah? This student has worked to better themselves as an artist and studio mate during their entire time here at Gould. They have been a fixture in the studio during discussions and critiques. This year, the Senior Book Award goes to Meredith. For the Scholarship Award, we have two winners this year. Two students who have spent their years taking many, many classes in the arts, bettering themselves, and really making the studio a better place to be. The first winner, Molly Grace Hagan. And the second winner, Eva Elizabeth Maxwell. The Art Department Purchase Award. Each year during the student exhibition, the art faculty convene to decide on a work that the campus will purchase and will remain here as part of the permanent collection. This year, the faculty decided that Jackson Tucker photograph would be the Art Department purchase. Gail A. Foster Award. Gail A. Foster was an instructor at Gould Academy. He taught photography, physics, and operated the camera club. As a photographer, he gained an international reputation. This award, in his memory, was given by Martin Bovey, class of 46, one of the students who is currently a professional photographer. The award is given to the student who has exhibited the most outstanding work in photography this year. This award also goes to Jackson. The Ralph Gould Music Award, awarding to the graduating senior for improvement, excellence, and contribution to the school in the area of music. This year, the award goes to Owen Williams.
Good morning. It's my privilege to present the Outstanding Senior Athlete Awards. These awards, the Joe Roderick Award for boys, the Francis Highbury Award for girls, recognize a senior boy and girl for outstanding competitive spirit through example and overall competence in athletics. Named in honor of Highbury, who taught at Gould from 1957 to 1978, and for many years coached the girls' basketball and softball teams. As a coach, he worked to instill teamwork, good sportsmanship, and pride in playing for the school. Given each year to the senior girl who has exhibited outstanding competitive spirit, leadership by example, and overall competence in athletics, the recipient of the award this year is Lucy Disco. Joe Roderick taught physical education at Gould for 29 years. In addition, he coached football, acted as a trainer for all sports. His encouragement and enthusiasm for athletics were a positive influence on many Gould graduates. Given each year to the boy who has exhibited outstanding competitive spirit, leadership by example, and overall competencies in athletics, the recipient of this year's award is Lucas Frederick Larson. William P. Clark III Award. William P. Clark III was headmaster at Gould Academy from 1983 to 2001. The award was created upon his retirement to recognize a skill sports athlete who has demonstrated outstanding character, attitude, and leadership. The recipient of the award this year is Finnegan Hugh Haskins.
Good afternoon. I'm liking the tent. I'm privileged to announce the Gould Academy Alumni Association Award. The Alumni Award is presented by the vote of the faculty to a student who is a son or daughter, grandson or granddaughter of a Gould Academy alumnus or alumni, and who best reflects the high standards of the Gould Academy Alumni Association and the school's motto, to thy own self be true. I am very pleased to present this award to Ingrid Lane.
The Todd Student Ambassador Award has been established in honor of John Todd, an esteemed alumnus, faculty member, and Gould parent. Mr. Todd, a member of the class of 1960, served in the U.S. Navy before joining Gould's faculty in the 1980s as Director of Development and Alumni Relations. For over 3 decades, he dedicated himself to advancing Gould's philanthropic endeavors and promoting its mission and values. This award, carefully selected by admissions and development teams, celebrates the outstanding service of one of the underclass students and one senior student who has demonstrated exceptional commitment as Gould Key ambassadors during their tenure at Gould. Thank you for your time and your energy. Congratulations, Carter and the Liberals.
We have been fortunate to see our seniors presentations this spring. This award is awarded to the seniors who taught our class and recognized the key values of the participating members. The interview style, the program is now seniors in the award take the project title She Endures.
I'm going to encourage speakers presenting from here on out to speak directly into the microphone. It sounded a little bit too much like a junior 4-point experience in here right now. The Jan and Lorenzo Baker Award. Jan and Lorenzo Baker devoted 35 years to Gould Academy, challenging students to be courageous and open to the world around them. Art Department Head Jan Baker inspired students to explore new perspectives and techniques for artistic expression. Dean of Community Life Lorenzo Baker helped students become strong individuals and leaders within their community. The Jan and Lorenzo Baker Award is bestowed upon a member of the senior class who best exemplifies the qualities that the Bakers fostered: personal courage, an adventurous and creative spirit, and a clear vision of themselves and their world. I am pleased to announce this year's recipient, Carter Evelyn Williams.
Annie Daly Persing. Given in memory of Annie Daly Persing, class of 1986, this award celebrates the spirit of student involvement in social, political, and environmental causes. It is presented to a Gould Academy student who reflects Annie's determination to make the world a better place. The recipient of this year's award is Meredith Madeline McMillan. The Owinga Citizenship Award. This scholarship, named in honor of Dr. Marvin T. Owinga, who taught history at Gould for 30 years, and his wife, Tina Owinga, who also taught French for 30 years, is awarded to a member of the Gould student body who embraces the spirit they both exemplified in their lives through acts of selflessness, compassion, and thoughtful humanitarianism. The recipient of the Owinga Citizenship Award is Ian James Brown.
Gould Academy for over 30 years, always with a smile, a kind word, and a helping hand for anyone in need. By vote of the senior class, the Lindy Lowell Award is given to a member of the senior class whose friendly personality and helpful nature have brightened the lives of their fellow classmates and the Gould community. I am pleased to announce that this year's recipient is Ian James Brown.
The Melmac Principals Scholarship. This $2,000 scholarship is awarded to the graduating senior who has made a difference in the lives of others and in that of the community. A solid school citizen involved in extracurricular affairs who has exhibited a commitment to public service. An individual with the potential to make a difference in the world. I'm proud to present this to Henry Charles Ledoux.
The Elwyn F. Ireland Award. The late Elwyn F. Ireland, headmaster of Gould Academy from 1940 to 1959, created an award upon his retirement, which went to two students of the senior class who exemplify service, leadership, and character. I am pleased to announce that by faculty vote, this year's award goes to Riley Wilkerson Hedden and Max William Davis Hanson. The Headmaster's Bowl. This award is given to the senior who's exhibited the highest standards of scholarship, character, and service to the school, and participation in activities of the school. When we see Lucas Barstow, we see someone who has quietly woven himself into the very heart of our community. His journey with us has been marked not by grand gestures, but by countless moments of genuine care. Whether he's helping Spanish-speaking workers at Sunday River feel welcomed in their new home, patiently teaching a child to navigate their first ski trail, or sharing his love of cycling with the next generation, Lucas carries himself with a rare combination of humility and strength. He speaks thoughtfully, and when he does, people lean in to listen. Not because he demands attention, but because his words carry the sincere weight of reflection. Whether contributing to our World Press team's success or diving deep into discussions about quantum tunneling during a leisurely 3-hour hike with his coach, Lucas approaches every conversation with the same genuine curiosity that has defined his time here at Gould. We've watched him excel as an All-American Nordic skier, contribute his talents to our community band, and tackle challenges that would intimidate most. From 100-mile roller skis to presidential range traverses, all while maintaining the gentle kindness that makes him who he is. In every group that Lucas joins, every project he touches, Lucas leaves a place better than he found it. As Lucas prepares for his next adventure at Middlebury College, we carry deep gratitude for the ways he has enriched our community and profound confidence in the bright future ahead of him. He has been a gift to us all, and we know he will continue to touch lives wherever his path leads. Congratulations, Lucas. And now I would like to introduce Carter Willis, the class speaker. 4 years ago, a determined young woman walked through our doors. And today she stands before us as the voice her peers have chosen to represent their class. Carter didn't just attend Gould Academy, she embraced it with open arms and an open heart. As our head day student prefect this year, she became the bridge between students and community, always ready with a listening ear and a helping hand. But those who know Carter understand that her leadership extends far beyond any title. On the field hockey pitch, the cross field, Carter played with the fierce determination that defines her character. In the classroom, she brought that same intensity to her studies. And in the quiet moments between classes, you might find her sketching in the corners of campus, throwing a pot in the basement of the archives, or crafting verses that capture the essence of our shared experience here. Carter is that rare person who sees potential everywhere. In a struggling teammate, a blank canvas, in the perfect turn of phrase that brings a poem to life. She's the friend who remembers your birthday, checks in during difficult times, and celebrates your victories as if they were her own. Her loyalty runs deep. Her compassion runs deeper. As Carter prepares for her next adventure at the University of Denver, we know that this is just the beginning. She carries with her not just her dreams, but the hopes and memories of every classmate who chose her to speak for them today. Please join me in welcoming someone who embodies the very best of the Gould spirit, the class speaker, Carter Willis.
Thank you, Tom, for the introduction. Let me know if I need to speak up. It's just starting. I hope everyone's warm. It got really cold. But, hi everyone. Hi guys. It's hard to express how excited I am to be standing among you all today to present these amazing humans, my friends, to our graduation. It's been a long time coming for me, and I'm grateful to get to graduate with all of you. For some, I could just be the number 2 on the turf during family weekends, or the daughter dating a Kathleen Willis. If I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet, my name is Carter Willis. And as Tom said, I've been voted the class graduation speaker. Reading back on all the grad speeches, I have to say, there's a lot to take on. There's Shmoka's silliness, Lily's wit, and Charlotte's powerful speech. I didn't really know where to start. Speeches are such interesting things humans get to do. I either stand up here in front of all my peers, try and teach them a lesson and their parents probably told them 50 million times that they didn't quit. Or I could talk solely about my experience. But this speech is pretty special because it's a giant milestone in all the lemonades. The minute you get that piece of paper and that fancy leather envelope, you're done. The minute we line the field for ordering, but hopefully the field, maybe not. That would put so much at. We've taken so many pictures in front of the toilet brush looking like trees. Every spring fling, every breathtaking sunset. We've watched the snow fall on these mountains. We've pointed at these mountains during every toilet feeling to talk about how close we are to them. That's all done. I want you to close your eyes. Yes, everyone. Close your eyes, please. Actually close them. Take a big inhale. Hold it just for a little bit. Keep your eyes closed. And listen. To hear the quietness, obviously with the rain. Although yes, we're in the middle of nowhere, like we tell anyone who asks us, where's Gould again? It's important. Not everyone gets to grow up here, but you did. We got to experience so much with just us. Every Tuesday morning, mid-February, in the winter, no lift lines. That's a privilege. No traffic on the streets, ever. That's a privilege. Knowing almost everyone in our local grocery store and being able to say hi to them and smile, that's a privilege. Whether you're excited to leave this place or sad to let it go, realize you always have this place, no matter where. It's always have these people. The people that are sitting with you in the same colored hats, with the same colored gowns. But you also have all these people that are around you, your friends and family, film and discussion committee. Take a quick look around. Look at your friends, your family. Give them some sweet faces if you want. You've probably already been doing that anyways. Which, let's be honest, is a tad intimidating. I've realized how much we've changed when we've grown. I mean, we can remember the red hair. I came here, and most of you thought I was a ginger. But I hope you caught on and not. With all these phases, we've also experienced so much together. From traveling to Arizona and seeing the American border from a different perspective, to some of us having a very interesting travel experience on the way home. May or may not have been the hot dogs where I was talking about the other night. Ingrid, you and I are survivors. But we were all in that experience. With cacti and those delicious tamales we learned how to make with mom. For the others of you that came later, all of us went through junior school. It was an experience full of loves to talk about. But it's something we all accomplished, no matter the difficulty. Keep these experiences. These milestones make the school you are. Gould is an imprint. There's nothing else to teach you. This change is bound to happen, whether you help it or not. People change. People let go. People walk away. They Irish goodbye. Or they don't know how to leave. And you have to kindly show them to your door, open it, and close it. Change is inevitable. Change within yourself, your environment, and relationships. Humans are supposed to change and mold into something new. We're like flowers, like dandelions, butterflies. Yes, our lifespans are a lot longer, and no, our path of growth isn't as straightforward. Our cocooning and molding are within ourselves. And most of the time, other people don't notice how truly beautiful we all are. One of my favorite poets, young Pueblo, he writes, I do not wish to change the past. It made me who I am today. I only want to learn from it and live in a new way. We are coming out of our cocoons, our teenage mindset in high school. We are opening our wings to the world. New places, new people, and a new self. We all have a little bit of, I want to change a part of the world in us. That's why we are reaching beyond Gould. But I want you to know that it's okay. You only change one person. And it's okay if that person is you. As a grade, we have changed this place for the better, starting our freshman year. We made it so that our grade if you choose to fill. Sorry, juniors, wherever you are. Whether that be on the baseball field, the lacrosse field, the slopes, the ski cross course, along with the snowboarding course, the rails, the art cottage, field hockey, idea center, world quest, the Nordic team, I mean, so on. You guys get it. Everyone has left your mark on this place, small or huge impact. But now, it's time to make your mark on new soil. Be proud, but no, you're not done. Take my perspectives as you please. I'm not here to teach you a lesson for the next steps we're all about to take. I'm right there with you. In all the worries and thoughts of the next experience, you're going everywhere. Some are going cross-country or out of the country, while others are staying right here in the beautiful state of Maine. Wherever you're going, know that this place will never leave you because it's a part of you. You've grown out of this small bubble in the middle of nowhere. I just said that thing. These steps won't be easy, and sometimes they won't be hard. You'll have to stretch, meaning opening yourselves up for new opportunities. And if the week seems too long, just know there's always a Friday right around the corner. Class of 2025, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to line Ordway or the fields. Thank you for being a part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Congratulations to us.
I think we're ready to move this event along to its close. Worried about what the weather's going to bring next. Just might be snow, but I feel things up here on the podium. So it's the moment we have been waiting for and that we came here for today. Class of 2025, get ready to receive your diplomas. First diploma this year goes to our valedictorian, the home Tesfaye Abatana. Lucas Frederick Barstow. Ian James Brown. William Stearns Brown. Eva Elizabeth Maxwell Pontus. James Baird Crowley. Carson Stephen Doyle. Reese Christine Furneaux. Allison Malu Garcia. Molly Grace Hagan. Max William Davis Hanson. Andrew Lucas Hare. Finnegan Hugh Haskett. Riley Wilkerson Pettit. Shay Gregory Hemberger. Donald Ernest Hillard III. Ingrid Lang Janicki. Lucia Yashkova. Fiona Breton Keogh. Destiny Yonza Kiza. Ryan Harrison Kramer. Samuel Baloo Kryzo. Henry Charles Leduc. Amelia Grace Lipo. Marcus Blaine Littell. Anthony DeMarco Long. Sorry, I'm having a technical difficulty here. Annie Hillel Joy Lowry. Meredith Madeline McMillan. Amara Leo Amakua Mecklenburg. Parker Blake Nellis. Juan Ortega Arorfa. Hannah Francis Perry. Percy. Cecile Margaret Richard. Owen William Rogers. Olivia Maria Stracuzzi. Abigail Lynn Tamalunas. Jackson Allen Tucker. James Francis Tucker. Eliza Ann Tyson. Camden Cassie Barrow. Nora Jane Villeneuve. Philip Von Holsten. Carter Evelyn Willis. Maggie Constance Wyatt. Ryan Yoke. We have one more moment after this, that's our benediction, but it was my pleasure, Board of Trustees, faculty, parents, families, and dear, dear friends, I present to you the Gould class of 2025. We're going to, Maggie's going to give our benediction now to close the ceremony, and we have a tradition of having a receiving line of seniors out on the field behind us after the ceremony, but that doesn't sound very appealing right now. So, I think where we're heading is into Ordway, the dining hall. It'll be a little crowded, but we'd love to welcome you thereafter. If there are any brave members of the class of 25 and their families who want to go out on the field for pictures, be our guest. We have the Mickey Mouse boots and the waterproof sleeping bags up on the porch for you afterwards. But thank you, Maggie.
So please rise. As we prepare to leave, we honor those who have come before us, whose wisdom and support have paved our way. We give thanks for each other, celebrating our unity and all that has been, all that is, and all that is to come. In this moment, by being present, who are taking your rightful place in history. May we always seek the source of that which sustains us. May we seek the truth of our purpose. May we honor this very moment and the moments to come. May you listen to the sounds of your own voice. It stirs the sound within you. May you take peace in the sound of your own work as you choose a life that honors your truest self. As it is, so may it be. Amen.
Jackets over your head. Come on, get an umbrella with you.